Today, we're getting real about relationships. We all love the rom-com moments, but sometimes there are warning signs, red flags, you just can't ignore. Ignoring them is like ignoring a wet paint sign and then being shocked when you get paint all over your favorite jacket. So let's break down the 7 relationship red flags you should never ever ignore. Grab your popcorn, let's get into it. First up, let's talk about one of the biggest relationship killers: lack of communication. It's not just about not talking, it's about the feeling that you're living with a stranger, even when you're sitting right next to each other. If your partner gives you the silent treatment, responds with one-word answers, or constantly dodges real conversations, that's a huge red flag. It's not just awkward, it's a sign that something deeper is wrong. Communication is the bridge in any relationship. If it's broken, you're stuck on opposite sides, unable to reach each other. Without that bridge, misunderstandings pile up and resentment grows. You should feel safe bringing up issues, not shut down or dismissed. If you're afraid to speak your mind, or you know your words will be ignored, that's a warning sign. If you're always pulling teeth just to connect, or your feelings are met with shrugs or silence, that's not just being quiet. It's a sign they're not willing to build that bridge with you. Relationships need effort from both sides. A healthy partner listens, even when it's tough. They make space for your feelings, and you do the same for them. That's how trust grows. If you're planning a trip or making big decisions and all you get is sure whatever, you're not a team. You're just 2 people living parallel lives. Communication isn't about perfection. It's about effort, honesty, and showing up for each other even when it's uncomfortable. It's about trying, not just coexisting. If you feel alone in your relationship, pay attention to that silence. Don't ignore it, because sometimes the quiet says more than words ever could. Red flag number 2, controlling behavior. This is one of the most subtle yet damaging warning signs in any relationship. It can sneak up on you, often disguised as concern or care, but its true purpose is to take away your independence and sense of self. It often starts small. Maybe a comment about your clothes, a suggestion about who you should spend time with, or a question about where you're going. At first, it might seem harmless, even thoughtful, but over time, these little remarks can pile up and become suffocating. Remember, it's about power, not love. True love supports and uplifts you, but controlling behavior chips away at your confidence and autonomy. If they track your every move, demand to know who you're with, question your spending, or try to isolate you from friends and family, that's not care. It's control. These actions are meant to make you feel alone and dependent on them. Financial control is especially toxic. It traps you in the relationship by making you feel like you can't survive on your own. They might monitor your spending, restrict your access to money, or make you justify every purchase. The ultimate goal is to make you doubt yourself, question your worth, and rely on them for every decision. You may start to feel like you can't trust your own judgment. If you're walking on eggshells, constantly second-guessing yourself, asking permission to live your life, or feeling smaller and more isolated every day, that's a giant red flag waving right in front of you. A healthy relationship lets you grow, not shrink. It encourages you to be your best self, to pursue your dreams, and to feel safe and respected. You're not a puppet, they're not your master. You have the right to make your own choices and live your life freely. You deserve freedom, equality, and a relationship built on trust, not fear or control. Don't let anyone clip your wings. You are meant to soar, not be held down. Red flag 3, disrespect. It's not just big fights, it's the little digs, eye rolls, and dismissive jokes. If your boundaries are ignored or your passions mocked, that's not love. Disrespect chips away at your confidence and self-worth. Public humiliation is even worse. It's a power play. A partner should lift you up, not tear you down. If you're constantly made to feel small, that's not a partnership. Respect is non-negotiable. You deserve someone who values your voice and honors your boundaries. Don't settle for less. Number 4, dishonesty. Lies, big or small, destroy trust. If you're always playing detective, questioning their words, or feeling anxious about what's true, that's a toxic cycle. Small lies grow into big ones, and soon you're living in a web of deceit. Honesty is about transparency, even when it's hard. You shouldn't have to fact-check your partner's life. If you catch a pattern of dishonesty, recognize it for what it is, a massive red flag. Trust is the foundation. Without it, everything crumbles. You deserve real, lasting love built on truth. Don't ignore the lies. Red flag 5, excessive jealousy and possessiveness. This isn't just about feeling a little left out or wanting to be close. It's when your partner's jealousy starts to take over, turning every interaction into an interrogation or a test of loyalty. A little jealousy is normal in any relationship, but when it becomes constant accusations, snooping, or demands to prove your loyalty, it crosses a line. If you're always defending yourself, explaining innocent messages, or giving up friends and hobbies just to avoid another fight, that's not love, it's control. Possessiveness is rooted in insecurity, not affection. It's not about caring for you, it's about controlling you and keeping you close out of fear, not trust. A healthy partner trusts you, supports your friendships, and encourages your independence. They want you to have a life outside the relationship, not shrink your world to just them. If their jealousy makes you feel trapped, anxious, or isolated from the people and activities you love, pay attention to that feeling. It's a warning sign. Love should feel like freedom, not a prison. You should feel safe to be yourself, not constantly monitored or doubted. Don't let their insecurity become your cage. You deserve to feel trusted, respected, and free to live your own life. You deserve trust, space, and the freedom to be your authentic self, without fear or guilt. Don't let anyone dim your light or make you feel small. Remember, real love lets you shine. Red flag 6. Lack of support. Your partner should be your teammate, not your critic. If they meet your achievements with indifference or put down your dreams, that's not support. A supportive partner is present for the big and small moments. If you feel alone or invalidated, that's a heavy burden to carry. Relationships are about lifting each other up. You deserve someone who believes in you and shows up for you. Don't settle for a partner who never cheers you on. Red flag 7. Avoiding accountability. If your partner never admits fault, always blames you, or refuses to apologize, that's a huge problem. Growth requires owning mistakes. If every conflict turns into them playing the victim or twisting your words, you're stuck in a blame game you can't win. Real apologies matter. They show maturity and respect. Living with someone who dodges responsibility is exhausting. You shouldn't carry all the blame. Healthy relationships need vulnerability and teamwork. If they're the champion of blame shifting, recognize that red flag. You deserve better. There you have it. 7 red flags you can't ignore. These aren't quirks, they're signs of unhealthy dynamics. Your job isn't to fix someone, it's to honor yourself and build a joyful life. Trust your gut. If something feels off, pay attention. Set boundaries, have tough conversations, and walk away if you need to. You deserve a partnership built on respect, trust, and support. Know your worth, don't settle for less.